12 Things You Can Do This Weekend That Will Change Your Life by Alan Fashion. 12 Things to Do to Change Your Life. 1. Store your computer or give it to a friend to look after so you no longer have or use a computer at home. 2. Get a book on thinking skills, read it and use your new skills to think through and solve all your problems. They bothered you for years. But with the right skills, you could solve them all in a weekend. 3. Give up trying to educate yourself and instead, watch TV, read the odd novel or do a hobby. Read this book to see why you should and persuade yourself to do so for once and all. And improving your life by having a more normal life should help worries. 4. Don't take an interest in politics. 5. Make basic changes to the rooms in your house so there is more air, less stuff, less dust, they are easier and quicker to clean and you can find things. 6. Start an exercise program. Book a gym session, buy some walking boots and go for a walk or start doing these things again if you stopped. 7. Book an appointment with a dietitian and then go. 8. Clear stuff out of your bedroom so your bedroom is only for sleep. You will sleep better, have a haven to go to and be more relaxed and rested. 9. Go online and look up stuff that worries you. 10. Start a notebook or keep notebooks for different things and write a diary and make notes, write essays, write short stories and poems on everything that worries you. You may find that writing like this for a weekend even you come to some conclusions or a repressed memory comes back that was what worried you all along. 11. Take time to think, have a cup of tea and open the window and listen to the sound of the traffic or birds singing or go for a walk and think. 12. Switch on the TV and put your feet up, watch a good movie or read a novel. Don't think too hard or too long but just watch the TV. Things do. 1. Your computer. They used to say the only thing a home computer was good for was writing a novel. Read about computers. It's amazing how upfront they are about their downside. The author suggests that these articles don't really leave much to the imagination. What else should they include you would want to read about computers' downside? Nothing, some readers might think. Perhaps, though, there are tips that can help. For example, one tip is to read and watch some videos and don't type. This is when you can't type healthily for very long. Things to do. 2. Thinking skills. Have you got problems, not just personal problems, although you may have these, but you worry about understanding the news and social problems? Or you feel anxious choosing what film to watch or worry the TV show you have on has something wrong about it? You have mixed feelings about lots of things such as your relationships and friendships. And you worry about being a success. Chances are you have these problems because you literally don't have problem-solving skills, which are also called thinking skills or critical thinking. Search words and keywords to look for on book covers are thinking skills, critical thinking, problem solving, how to write an essay, how to write a report, study skills, learning skills, etc. Reading one good book that tells you something about thinking skills can solve all the problems that may have gone around in your head for years unresolved. Things to do. 3. Don't try and educate yourself. There is a lot of snobbishness about someone trying to educate him or her by reading books at home. Some think that everyone is against them and they give up. Some find others can say a lot to upset them if they want to do so. Yet others have been encouraged. And they enjoy reading. However, one idea is that almost nobody today is badly educated like they were years ago. They go to school for a very long time, even to the minimum school leaving age. Schools are richer than ever and have more books, better facilities and higher teaching standards. Perhaps it's just an idea you got from somewhere about poor education when you're not poorly educated. And so now, you can stop thinking it. A possible reason people want to educate themselves is the media influenced them, or a person they know said something. Even though they have other jobs, they still imagine a career in business or politics. Or they imagine that a news show or other show would want to interview them about something in the news. Maybe, they might also imagine having their day in court or some other fantasy. If the TV company or a journalist asked anyone anything, it would be someone who was a politician, in the news already, or someone who had high educational qualifications. As well, the person they'd ask would have good social skills and media training. As well, they have experiences such as working for a media campaign, pressure group or a lobby group. Everyone, even if they feel that they are unique, is members of some organization, community or vested interest. And these interests employ lobbyists, PR consultants or spokespersons to talk to the media. The person is wrong to think that he might have to talk himself, and his views are not those of professional communicators. As well, they have financial backing. He may not realize due to social dislocation that he is really part of a community. And others indeed do share his views. Communities he belongs to hold them even if he doesn't think he is a member. For any career in business or politics, you need qualifications and experience. And you often must have started young, as for any career. The idea anyone is going to ask you anything or ask you to do anything is a fantasy you may have got from the media or from your teachers. Such as when someone was asked to speak in front of the class and he is still affected by it. If you studied books for years or even decades, you are unlikely to get any further than the first year of a university degree, if that even. So it is a waste of time, does not qualify you for a job or impress an employer. And your friends would just as well talk about the TV. Unless you find the TV boring, then you may want to read books as you like them better. Imagine you go to a bookshop or library to look for books to educate yourself. Why don't you, instead of what you usually do, choose the most boring textbook-like books to buy? And why wouldn't you literally buy textbooks? That's what students will use who are studying at college. Education isn't exciting, in the here and now, important generally, or changing the world. Often the purpose is to provide employers with a skilled workforce for jobs that need doing. And employers will pay someone more if they have a qualification. So it seems that plenty of people want to be students. As well, education gives everyone the basic mental and physical skills they need for daily living, such as math skills to shop and keep a budget. As well, they get social skills from meeting other pupils. They understand the society they live in and the world they live in, as this is necessary for them to work and play. And they get the basics for studying further if they do go to college or do a course at work. And they can understand entertainment such as TV, movies and novels. This is so they can enjoy themselves, talk to friends, have good relationships and do a job that needs the education or qualifications that they have done. By going to school to minimum school leaving age, you are educated and have all necessary skills for living in society, communicating, doing hobbies or having any interest. The only reason to study further usually is to get a job. And you can't often use these skills for anything without a job. Things to do for. Don't take an interest in politics. The legislature discuss at length and completely, consider all arguments and hear all sides, see all interested parties for as long as they are able to talk about it and talk out completely all political and social issues that are important or not so important to anyone at all. They debate it and all contrary views are heard. You do not need to add your own bit when talking to your friends and acquaintances. It will not add to the debate. Nor is it heard by politicians and decision makers who in fact have already heard all arguments on all sides or will do when there is a reason to. and politicians, and not you make political decisions. You will change absolutely nothing if you talked about politics for a lifetime in your local bar. Instead, you will only lose friends. Things to do 5. Your house. Cleaning out your room and improving your living space means your room is healthier and it is pleasant to live in. You can find things and it improves your life. Things to do 6. Exercise. Some say exercise was all they needed to do to solve all their problems and have the life they wanted. They felt healthier, better about their bodies, they could be more active and their self-esteem and social life improved. As well, their job prospects were better and any other goals were easier and more achievable. Things to do 7. Dietitian. Professional advice about that one big worry you may have of losing weight and eating healthily can solve many problems. And this is though some today say it is only a cliché that you'd feel happy if you weren't so fat. Things to do 8. Sleep. Sleep reduces anxiety. As well, you are less tired and more active. And you can think through your problems better when less tired. Also, sleep is good for the body and mind. Things to do 9. Go online and a reading list. It may be that all you need is the right advice. This is advice for things such as health, social skills, and relationships. For health, the search terms or words on book covers to look out for are exercise, diet, hygiene and sleep, and the names of any illnesses or conditions you may have or worry about getting. For sex and relationships, the search words or words in blurbs and book titles are gender, feminism, women and relationships. Academic subjects that have something to say about women are psychology, biology, science, social science and history. Type these in and then the topic as another search word. For social skills, the academic subject is communication or communication skills. And for goals and goal setting, the subject is self-help, study, reading or learning skills and educational and learning theories. Are you making it too complicated? Don't you just need to follow doctor's advice and do more exercise? Things to do 10. Start a notebook or diary. Some find if they make notes and file them properly, then in a short time, their problems are solved. Learn writing, computer and other skills so you do it easily and quickly. Things to do 11. Take time to think. You may only be able to solve problems when you are able to think. For example, you feel relaxed, you are not tired and have slept well and you feel healthy and fit. Things to do 12. Switch on the TV and put your feet up. Perhaps you're just thinking too hard. What you need is to relax and watch TV. You probably have a decent life already that you do not really even need to change. So, just watch the TV. Lastly, if anything bad was going to happen, then often, you can do nothing about it. The only thing you could do often would be to look after your health so you are able to meet any challenges. And don't get in ill health doing things because you worry. That is silly. Things like these are using a computer, sleeping poorly or anything else. There really is no good reason to do so. The end.